Futures on the US stock indices are drifting higher. The US dollar is asserting strength against most major currencies except for the Canadian dollar. The US stocks are trading marginally higher as Wall Street is alert to the second testimony by Fed's chairman Jerome Powell. The Dow Jones edged to 0.15%, the Nasdaq grew 0.31%, the S&P 500 logged the smallest growth of 0.13%. Fed's chairman Jerome Powell testified before the Banking Committee of Congress yesterday. Today he is due to speak before the Financial Services Committee. Earlier, the policymaker confirmed that the federal funds rate would be put on hold at record lows. Besides, the regulator will extend its bond buying program to prop up the ailing domestic economy. Nevertheless, a brisk pace of the U.S. economic recovery could be a weighty argument that might assure the central bank to tighten monetary policy earlier than expected. In the meantime, experts reckon that the Federal Reserve will revise its policy not until 2022. At the same time, the U.S. economy has been logging a notable expansion. So experts admit that in mid-2021, the regulator will bring up discussions about scaling back fiscal stimulus. In the early European session today, the US dollar was trading at lows. The Fed's intention to maintain ultra-easy monetary policy dragged down yields of the US Treasuries. So yields of benchmark Treasuries dropped from the highest levels of February 2020. Such a decline put pressure on the US dollar. Besides, Powell's course for further accommodation boosted demand for risky assets, thus taking shine off the US dollar. As a result, its index tumbled to 90.05 against a basket of 6 major currencies earlier today. However, at the moment, the index rebounded again. Having gained 0.12%, it recovered to 90.24. The Canadian dollar is the only currency to hold the upper hand over the greenback. Having shed 0.12%, the US dollar versus Canadian dollar pair is now trading at 1.2573. The macroeconomic data, which is due in the US later today, could make a serious impact on market sentiment. In the early New York trade, the US Census Bureau will report on new home sales for January. Experts reckon that sales of new residential property in the US increased to 855,000 units from 842,000 units a month ago. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you back tomorrow. Bye.